Hello and welcome to Merryvale. I am Andrew Wright, the winemaker for Merryvale Vineyards, alongside Jeff Crawford, the winemaker for Starmont.
Hi, everybody.
We are here today, this gorgeous kind of chilly Napa day in late February, to talk about Cabernet Franc. I think I speak for both of us when I say it's one of our favorite varietals, certainly one of my favorite Bordeaux varietals. It is, of course, is most commonly known as a native grape to Bordeaux, one of the five noble varieties there. Typically in Bordeaux, it's blended with a little bit of Merlot, creates a really lovely wine there. It's also planted widely in the Loire, known Chenin, single varietal, mostly with those wines. In the New World, it's actually very common to see this on the East Coast. A lot of Long Island plantings of Cabernet Franc, as well as in Pennsylvania and a little bit in Virginia. It came to the West Coast through Washington State University, that university that brought in so many different varietals from France. Widely planted in Napa, less so than it used to be, but I think we're seeing kind of a bit of a resurgence with Cabernet Franc in the valley. It just goes so well with Cabernet Sauvignon. Of course, Cabernet Franc is also one of the two parent grapes of Cabernet Sauvignon, along with Sauvignon Blanc. I feel like I've been just rambling about the history of Cabernet Franc, so let's get into this wine, I think, right, Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, we can talk a little bit about what we think does so well with this grape in this area, and so this 2016 Merryvale Cabernet Franc, we source from some of the fruit from up at the Profile Estate Vineyard, mountain fruit. One of the things that pairs so well is it provides an kind of herbal, spicy, aromatic freshness on the nose, and then also a nice, elegant tannin structure, as well as some pretty good acidity, while still getting ripe here in this climate as well. And 2016 was a great vintage, kind of overall.
One of my favorites, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Very even ripening. Very long ripening vintage. Started relatively early, but was pretty consistent as far as temperature. No kind of weird heat events or anything around harvest time. But at the same time, it did start to get a little warmer right towards the time of picking this fruit, so it got some good ripeness, but at the same time a lot of depth of flavor and balance and elegance with this wine as well.
Totally agree. The fruit sources for this are kind of legendary in the valley. As Jeff mentioned, Profile Estate Vineyard in Conn Valley. We like the expression of Cabernet Franc there so much that last year we ripped out a block of Petit Verdot, replanted a little bit more Cabernet Franc, about 1.3 acres. So that's going to come online in a few years, and we're super excited about that. Also in this glass, in this bottle, is Turnbull Vineyard. So of course, famous Oakville Vineyard right across the street from To Kalon, so great pedigree there. And then of course, the famous Stagecoach Vineyard in the southeastern mountain slopes down there, Atlas Peak. Red volcanic dirt soils, so you've got a really interesting kind of vineyard source locations for this wine. It's kind of encompasses the mid-north part of the valley all the way down to the southern part of the valley, mountain fruit and valley floor fruit. So you get a really interesting breadth.
As well.
Benchland as well.
From the Stagecoach, yeah. So
Absolutely.
you kind of hit all of the different kind of elevation levels, as well as north to south in Napa. So it comes together and makes for a very complex Cabernet Franc, I think. And this 2016, although can certainly age for a lot longer, is drinking very nice, very expressive. Maybe a little on the youthful side right now, but at the same time, it's pretty gorgeous right now.
Totally, it's a little youthful, but I think that if people like those Francs a little bit more with a powerful kind of edge to them, it's right there, but it's still, to your point, super smooth tannins. I know people abhor the word smooth, but I'm okay with it. Silky, if you prefer that term. I get a lot of brambly depth to this wine. There's a lot of, to your point about the herbaceousness, and not meaning that in a negative connotation of green, but in a savory kind of way, like eucalyptus and bay leaf. I get a lot of that in this. And to your point, the complexity, I think, is, having individual lots of Cabernet Franc from Stagecoach and from Profile Estate Vineyard and from Turnbull. Those are all individually unique and interesting wines, but I think here this wine is greater than the sum of its parts. It's a really ethereal and deep Cabernet Franc.
Yeah. I know I love it. I'm going to enjoy drinking the rest of this glass once we get done with this photo shoot. I hope you guys like it too. I believe that there's going to be a deal around this wine, so check it out. Check out the links and get some for yourself, and let us know what you guys think.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.